Hello, everybody. We are 5 minutes late. I supremely apologize. Maybe 4.5, so it's not that bad. How's everybody doing? Those people have been waiting and freaking out, like, oh my gosh, where is he? I can't find it. I'm gonna miss it. Just my fault, not yours. You did everything fine. You don't need to worry. Um, Everybody, tell me where you're from. Tell me what state and city and country you are watching from as I adjust this camera. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yeah, but whoa. Oh, man, all these messages came up out of nowhere. Michigan, Pinckney, Massachusetts, na 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 na, hey hey, Alaska, Casey, Montana. Is that Montana? Um, Oregon, Florida, Indiana again, Louisville, Fort Lauderdale, Baton Rouge. Uh, Looking to get out of Maryland. If anybody can find an extraction team that can help save that person from Maryland, she needs somebody to a whole team of people to come and rescue her. It might be I think it's a her, it might be a him from Maryland. So anybody who deals in the rescue business, please contact us. Bear, Delaware. We have Bear and Eugene. You could have a bear named Eugene. Eugene Bear. He's a cousin of what's that bear's name? What's a bear's name who always stole the picnic baskets? Um oh, come on, guys. What's the bear's name who stole the picnic baskets? British Columbia, Canada, Miami, Southeast Ohio, Tennessee, Wisconsin. Wow, there's all these fun people, fun places. British Columbia. I've only been to one part of Canada, and that was Toronto twice for an event when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. Oh my goodness. Florida. Not Florida not having a good day. South Louisiana. Arkansas, Australia, Illinois. Yay. Thank you, Lila, for watching. If I said Lila right, or Leela. New Cumberland. Do you know where New Cumberland is?
There's a lot of New Cumberland.
There's a lot of New Cumberlands. Redwater, Alberta. Alberta is also in Canada. Denver. Pulley up, Washington. Pulley up. So, when you get to the spot, I'll be ready. I'm just gonna pulley up in my truck. Illinois, Michigan, West Coast Florida, Mississippi. Oh my goodness, there's so many people. Northern Virginia, Medford, Oregon, Florida, Waiwawooga, Wisconsin. That must be fun. And where are you from? I'm from Waiwawooga. Yogi. Who's from Yogi? Oh, Yogi is the bear that steals the picnic baskets. Oh wow, everybody like jumped on that at once. That there must be a delay between I said that I like 90 seconds ago, and now it's finally people are Boynton Beach, Florida. France. Oh, mon Dieu. Il est magnifique. I know very little French. Mais oui, très bien, très joli. Portland, Oregon, Carolyn, San Diego, Yogi Bear. Oh, improv. Oh, I watched improv. I absolutely love improv. I totally want to do it. I should do it. I think I want to try it. I'm glad somebody said that. That it's like the most fun. I used to watch Whose Line Is It Anyway about 10 years ago, or was that when it was out? Oh my gosh, my whole family would watch it and we would be crying. I don't know why they don't have more of those shows. That was I think that was like probably the funniest show in the last 30 years, including all sitcoms, all every on network television. That was probably hands down the funniest show ever, in my opinion. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Oh, New Cumberland's next to Harrisburg. Orange County, California, south of Harrisburg. I just showed up because I was 5 minutes late. That's why I just showed up. Southern Maine. Oh, Mechanicsburg. Okay. North Carolina, Indiana, Riviera Maya, Mexico. Oh my goodness. Where the most delicious food is made in the world. Well, top four most considered high-end cuisines. There is Mexican. There is Italian, kind of mixed in with French. There is Chinese, and then there is, I think, the fourth one is like uh, more Central Asia, like Indian slash Middle Eastern. But you guys, you foodies, can correct me on that. Um, oh, is there a lag? Wow, is there really a lag? Everybody's commenting like literally 3 minutes after I say something. Oh, thank you so much, Joe Fryer, for that. Yeah, I got that video out so late. I was having so much frustration. My software updated at the last second, and I couldn't get anything to edit right, and so I wanted to release that video like way earlier. But you guys can watch it. Full booth reveal. Full booth reveal is the last video I just put out right before this went live. Oh, and Practical Jokers, they're also, I'd put them definitely in the top five funniest shows of the last 30 years. Um, oh my gosh, funnier than Saturday Night Live. I wouldn't put Saturday Night Live in the top 10 funniest shows. I would take like one skit from Saturday Night Live every 5 years. And if you could put the best of the one skit from every 5 years and put those together in a show, then you'd have a really funny show. But Saturday Night Live just they came on first. When you come on first, you grab momentum, and then people just like people still watch 60 Minutes because it was like the first show of its kind. Even though there's now like 50 shows doing that kind of documentary stuff. Okay, it's little lag, but it's getting better. Okay, good, 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 good. Wow. Okay. We need to fight this. Say no to the lag. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was just gonna say that in living color, much funnier than Saturday Night Live. Robin Williams on YouTube, I guarantee that's funnier. Yeah, story I heard. There's this comedian, I can't think of his name. He actually became a famous actor later, but he's not like the most famous actor. He was kind of midway, but if I said his name, you would know it. But I can't remember his name, so that ruins part of the story. Doesn't matter. He was starting out in the 70s, and he was up on stage, and he was doing like stand up. And stand up is rough. It's how most comedians start, and it's like Wild West. It's like really scary and challenging. And he went up and he did a set, saw some other comedians do a set, and he's like, I'm pretty good. Based on those other guys, they kind of not that great, and I'm way funnier than them. And he was like, I think I'm gonna make it. And then he said, and then this other guy got up later and destroyed the audience. This guy was pulling out stuff out left and right, like just improvising like crazy, funny joke, this, that, and reference, and doing impersonations. They're so wild and crazy. And the audience was falling over out of their seats, like dying. And this particular guy who I'm telling the story about, he watched this ridiculously hilarious guy on stage and he was like, oh crap. If any of the other comedians are that good, I'm not going to make it. It's not going to happen for me because there's no way I can follow that guy. And he said, luckily, there are very few comedians that good because that guy happened to be a very young Robin Williams. And so he said, I made it. This particular guy, who I can't remember his name. Carol Burnett. Oh my gosh. My parents used to watch the reruns of the Carol Burnett show with my sister and I when we were little. And we didn't get half the jokes because we were little kids, but my parents were crying, like and these are reruns. They've seen half of them before, but they were just, oh my gosh, they're in hysterics. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is like a comedic genius. Like he just, another one. Jim Carrey is like up in the top 5 of like just crazy, just comedy coming out of him, like insane. He breathes it, he sweats it. But who's another one that I thought of? The guy who did it, Austin Powers. He's pretty. I didn't realize till rewatching some of that later that he is pretty. What's the word? He's pretty hilarious. Oh, hi, Lydia. Thank you. By the way, everybody, the cat teddy bear got safely to Lydia via Uber for Pets, which half of us didn't know existed, I bet, but I found out it existed. Maybe you did know. Apparently, there's Uber type services that you can send anything anywhere by hooking up with these private people in their private vehicles. And anyway, the cat, it was a lot of struggles, a lot of issues, and the cat finally got safely to Virginia, 6 hours drive, but the cat had to be in the carrier much longer because there's a lot of things that came up with the driver, and it was a mess. It was a nightmare, but he's there. He's safe. Lydia adopted him. He's super happy. She sent me photos. She sent me video of him laying out on her floor, like just purring and stretched out, all happy. And she's spoiling him already. So yay, you guys did this. You guys, through this live show, found a home for Teddy, a cat that we think was abandoned because there's no way he was outside, but he didn't act like he could fend for himself outside. His nose was all scratched up and he was kind of chubby, like he had been fed recently, like not living on the streets. And he didn't want to go back out. He just wanted to lay down next to a human and be petted 24/7. And everybody's naming all of these comedians now. I know a lot of them. I know the names. Eddie Murphy, insane, so good. I don't know all of them. Some of you would. I'm not going to admit the ones I don't know because some of you will be like, "What? How could you know that?" And then you'll be mad at me. And everybody's mad at me all the time for some reason. So I'm going to give you guys less reasons to be mad at me about something. Yeah, okay, it looks like the lag is down to about 45 seconds according to how you guys are responding now. So that's much, much, much better. Yay. Lydia, that's so great to hear. That is so super. And if you don't mind, Lydia, if you send me a few more videos, I'm going to see if I can put them together and upload them to the channel. If I can figure out that technology transfer, which any normal person could figure out, but any normal person not being me. I'm looking for, I brought some drinks. I didn't actually eat. I ate a little bit. I didn't eat too much yet, so I might be eating again while you guys are watching. I hope you don't mind. Oh, there we go. I didn't have my second cup of coffee yet today, so I have this alternative, which is, I honestly think this stuff has less caffeine than real coffee, but it's got something. Maybe it'll trick my brain into thinking I'm getting some caffeine. Definitely tastes way too good to be regular coffee. I have to add water because it's like they sweeten it so much. So I had about eighth of a cup of water. Shake it up again. That way it's not so incredibly sweet. I used to like coffee really sweet with a ton of cream and sugar. I've actually gotten a lot better. I got really sick about a month ago, and when I came out of that sickness, half of my appetite was gone, and my desire to put tons of cream and sugar in my coffee kind of went away. And I actually started tasting coffee for the coffee, not for the cream and sugar. And what's it called? So, oh, I so now this Starbucks stuff actually tastes a little too sweet. This cappuccino. Um, Teddy was a big fat white cat that my sister rescued and just dumped in my dad's house and said, "Here, he needs a place." And we had to take him to the vet. He needed all his shots. He needed to be fixed. He was huge and he had the most ridiculously loud purr of any cat on earth. You could hear him across the room, and so we called him Teddy Bear. He sounded like a bear, like, and when he would eat, he would go hum, 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 hum. Like he did not sound like a cat. It sounded like some kind of larger animal, but in any case, he was super friendly. Unfortunately, he would have gotten along with Domino great, but Domino is weird about new cats, and it takes him a while to warm up to them. And in the meantime, we found out that Teddy had a feline illness that is not as bad in cats, but it can be transferred by bites, and so we couldn't risk him and Domino getting in a scrap up and Domino getting bitten because Domino's much older, and that if Domino got sick, it would probably affect him much more. So we had to keep Teddy quarantined in a third floor bathroom for like a month. It was awful. We had to go up there and pet him every now and then. He would get so lonely. He'd start crying and whining. You could hear him coming through the vents. And but he just loved people. He was like one of those few lovable cats. And I have some video of him. There's a few videos up of him. And yeah, Domino, there are a bunch of videos of Domino recently too. Domino and Sophie, and a couple of kittens that my sister also had that I put up. Um, so, um, yeah, anyway, um, yay, I think I'm caught up to all the comments. I think it's the lag is much less. Mm. There are 25 pieces. I think 25, right?
I think there's more than that.
More than that. There's like a bunch of pieces we're going to do live now. If anybody wants to buy pieces, if you don't want to buy pieces, you just watch and enjoy. You do not have to do anything. But here they are. Does it start here?
There's an arrow pointing.
Ah, so it goes across like that and then the next row.
Yes.
Okay. So they're in order, and here we go. First, let me put up the website. Let me see if I have it from last time. I'll have to write it again. And the website is, oh wait, no, that's not the website. That's the Loch Ness Monster playing a violin. That's not the website. That's what we put up when we have issues, like earlier. Hold on, I'll find it. So many jokes, so many jokes. The best jokes, right? It is etsy.com/shop/ all one word, Matt's, two T's, no apostrophe, crazy art shop. The word shop again. This is all one thing. Bam. That is the Etsy shop. Go there now if you want to purchase something. We're about to release a whole bunch of items. We lowered the prices on items from previous weeks, and we lowered them last week. We haven't lowered them again since then, but there's a lot of pieces from the last 2 weeks. Would you say there's about 35 still up?
Yeah.
And now we're going to put up another 25 or so. So here we go. Pa 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 pa. Do, 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 do. No, you did not miss the surprise announcement. I'm gonna make the surprise announcement after I put up all these pieces. Okay.
Arrow.
All right. This is another one of Kendi's wraps with like a black satin cord. It's an amethyst. It's very dark. It's kind of goth. It's kind of cool. It's like vampire-ish. And these were going for 17 and 18. Now they're just 15. All shipping is going to be 5. If you get one piece, it's going to be 5. If you get 10 pieces, it's still just going to be 5. So if you want to get multiple pieces, don't close out your cart and pay for it and then buy, and then put something else. Like get everything together and then pay one time, because then you only pay shipping once. Okay, so that's going live now. Is that live? Okay, here's the next one. Deer antler piece, slice of deer antler wrapped in antique brass. For men or women. This is a great one. People are looking for necklaces for men. I wear one every. I'm not wearing any necklaces right now. I usually wear one of those every day.
Over here.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna put that on. Oh, I was wondering where that went. So here's my own deer antler piece that I wear almost every day. Anyway, ta-da! So, okay, next one is, this is chandelier necklace, really big, really fun, really funky, really cool. If you wear that up high on your neck, that would go great for a night out. Like, if your top is open up here, or if you have like a cool shirt that it would go over. Anyway, that's, you got two different jaspers and a blue ceramic stone. It's all copper, all bright. It's not going to tarnish. Fun piece. That's live. This was a really popular video. It got a ton of views in the first couple days. This is morganite, but I was informed by people these are all beryl beads. Beryl is actually not a semi-precious stone. It's actually classified by some people as a fully precious stone. And beryl includes morganite, which is like the pink one, as well, or the peachy pink ones, as well as the green might actually be a low-grade emerald. And the blue might be, I can't remember now. I'm going to say it wrong. But in any case, yeah, these are the nuggets wrapped in silver. This bracelet is going for pretty reasonable considering all that stuff I learned about these stones recently. But anyway, that's live. It's adjustable from about a 5-inch to a 7.5-inch wrist. Another one of Kendi's wraps. This is carnelian wrapped in a kind of orangey reddish cord, really, really pretty. That's live. Another one of Kendi's. This is like some type of green, maybe moss agate or some type of green jasper wrapped in the black satin cord. Half of her cords are satin cord. The other half are hemp. She kind of interchanges them and finds whatever style or color works best. So I don't know exactly which is which half the time. But I will try to get better at getting her to tell me. Here's another one. There's a similar one like this that sold 2 weeks ago. This is aventurine. It's just like jade to me, but it's technically aventurine, a type of quartz with green coloring, and again wrapped in the satin cord or the hemp. Here's rose quartz wrapped in a bluish gray cord. And I try to match I happen to have different color cords that match really well with the macrame that she does. Here's another deer antler piece. This one's a little more round than the other one. The first one was a little more unusual shaped, and this one's a little smaller, a little rounder. Again, for men or women. And now would you go to this row? Okay. This is red jasper. Also, we're doing a lot of Kendi because she just gave me so many cool pieces. And this is again wrapped in that orangey brown cord. This is red jasper, really pretty. And I think this is the last for today for Kendi. This is another amethyst wrapped in the blue gray cord, really pretty. So you can check those out. Now we will move on to, let me see if I missed any of your comments. You're probably saying tons of comments. I'm totally missing them. We have 2 Dans. Yay. Um, Hi, thanks, Maggie. That's funny. That is funny. Thank you, Irma, Felicia, Rodriguez, Carrie. Thank you, Yejin Ho. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you know I'm trying. Okay, next row. This is from a recent video. This is black leather with purple hammered aluminum. Fun earrings, not too overpriced. For the people who really liked that bracelet, these are matching earrings, also beryl, also the blue, the peachy pink, and the green at the bottom, which may actually be emerald. It's funny, you think emerald is like, oh, it's only, you can only get emerald for thousands of dollars, like diamonds and rubies. There's different grades of many stones, and just like you can get diamonds that are so inexpensive they're used on blades for cutting, you can get emerald in all different grades where it's gorgeous and beautiful, but it's not as whatever the geologist would say that makes it more rare or beautiful, that it's going to cost thousands and thousands. It's more affordable. So anyway, this is a funky, weird one that I did to try to be different for one video. It's like super geometric. It's all square and rectangle-y with some amethyst, all different little 4mm amethyst. 4mm is like the size of a head of a pin. Aquamarine. The blue is aquamarine. Thank you. I was trying to remember that. Like literally 5 different people were trying to educate me on putting on the comments, which I appreciated. And everybody said the same thing. So I'm starting to trust it's true that like beryl beads, BERYL, are include the family of aquamarine, emerald, and morganite. I think they all have the same base stone, and then they're all colored by slightly different minerals. So in any case, these guys are next. Cute little tiny shell earrings. Put them back in the box so that the camera will focus on them. They are there we go. Really pretty. They're not this dark. Suddenly they look really dark, but the whole entire actually no, the upper blue is kind of darker, and then there's the amethyst, and then there's a lighter blue, but really pretty. Come check them out. You probably see a better photo on the website. More of the leather with copper, and these actually burned patterns in the leather before overlaying the copper. It's square copper too, super cute. Those are up. And more, these are unusual. These are all from belts Dan Baldwin gave me. This is a patterned leather with antique colored, kind of a coppery colored hammered aluminum. They're super fun. And the final, this is a darker leather that I also burned some cool patterns in with regular copper. I believe this might be raw copper. So this, I'm pretty sure I got this from the hardware store. So these might actually tarnish over time, just meaning they'll turn like a darker brown, the copper part. If you're okay with that, I should probably put that in the description. It's kind of cool, but not everybody's into that. These guys, everybody loved these, but for some reason they lasted through the holiday season without getting sold. Some of their twins sold, but this particular pair did not sell. I still had it left over, and everybody thought it was still cute, but you guys now have a shot at it. I'm trying to get everything was flipped around. But this is, these are acrylic leaf patterns that I airbrush painted different colors. They were originally white, and I airbrush painted them kind of reddish and pinkish. And then I put an amethyst and 2 seashell beads at the top. See if you can get it to focus better. Whoop. There you go, camera. You can get this. There we go. Set a little better. This was other super popular adjustable ring. Trying to get my face out of the camera. Keeps wanting to go from focus on my face. That's two what's it called? Abalone seashell with silver plated wire, and it's adjustable. You can open and close to anything from like a 5 to a 9 size finger. Here we go. Really pretty. Well, I think it's really pretty. Who knows? Maybe you guys. Some people told me it was really pretty. Maybe they're just lying to me.
It'll fit probably to a 10.
Probably.
I put it on my finger.
Okay, so it'll fit. It'll fit to a 10. Maybe a 10 and a half. All right. Let me see what comments I'm missing. Boo, boo, boo. Germany. Oh my goodness, I don't know any German, or I would say hi in Germany. Just say hi, Germany. Luckily, the German people are much better at languages than us Amerifolk. So probably the Germany person can totally understand what I'm saying, even though I would not be able to understand him or her. Oregon. Oregonians speak English too, so that's fine. Guten Tag. I think I pronounced that right, but I don't know what it means. Okay, I'm caught up. I'm caught up with everyone. All right, let's do the next row. What are we at? We're here. Okay, this is also beryl. This is also the same beads, but all squares with faceted stones. These wrapped in black gunmetal. Also adjustable bracelet. Also a pretty popular video. And this one is going up for sale. And these guys are from a few weeks back. I called them purple aliens. They're just simple hammered aluminum. It's purple aluminum, just fun earrings. They're not high priced, I'm pretty sure. So you guys will enjoy those if you like crazy wild party earrings when you go out and just want to be like, rah, I am just flamboyantly fun. Guten Tag means hello. It also means good day. It also means greetings. It also means nonetheless. So this is an arrowhead, also great for men, women too, but I sell these probably 3 out of 4 I sell to men, maybe more like 7 out of 8 times they sell to men, and I think it's going for a pretty affordable price. This is one of the simple river stones I got, and it's also kind of masculine. It looks kind of like a Frankenstein patchwork of craziness, but it's fun. It's going for a pretty affordable price. And is that it? That is it for this week's Etsy sales. Here's the store again, the website, if you want to go to purchase yourself. If you want to purchase yourself some Etsy stuff. Remember, if you're going to get more than one thing, put it all together in your cart and buy it one time so you don't pay shipping more than once. International people, I still have the international shipping rates really low because I didn't continents. So it's probably you'll get an awesome deal if you're ordering from other than the US, because I'm probably charging way too low for shipping, which means I'll eat the shipping costs and you'll get a good deal, hopefully. And I'm totally cool with that because I love the idea of people overseas getting pieces and being part of our family. It's just awesome.
Do you want me to lower the prices quick from the last week?
No, that's fine. So Sarah, our wonderful assistant, has been uploading all this stuff to the Etsy. She is keeping track of all the details that I normally miss and I normally get messed up. And she packages the stuff as people buy it. She packages it right on the spot. Sarah, come say hi real quick. She's a little bit, tiny bit shy, but
I don't camera is.
Oh, just jump in front of the.
What do you mean by jump in front of
Just say hi.
Please
Just.
Yes, hello.
So this is Sarah. She's been helping out. She's super awesome, and she's the reason why you guys are going to get your stuff on time and packaged nicely and to the right address. And she's also keeping this place super clean. And she helped pull out some paintings that someone actually bought one last week when we showed the paintings. So she's covering all those odds and ends that I normally miss. And thumbs up. Give thumbs up.
No.
She's not going to give thumbs up. Well, anyway,
You need to put the lids on your drinks.
See,
You don't
like-
spill them.
see, before she was here, I just always spilled drinks everywhere. I was like, I forgot to put the lids on, and then I would just grab it and I'd splash it all over my face. It was like kind of a comedy
Well,
show.
it's more so that when I came to help you clean, there was stuff everywhere and there were water bottles everywhere, and I accidentally knocked one over that just so happened to not have a lid on it.
So, I'm learning about lids. I'm learning about selling internationally. It's a very educational week for me. And so okay. Now I will reveal the big reveal. It's in the video that I just released, so it's kind of not a surprise if you saw that video, but that video was literally just released 30 minutes before this live show, and suddenly my nose itches. And so a lot of people have not seen that video yet, and you can go and watch it, but we finished the live show with us first, and then you can go watch it. But basically, I finally did a full booth 360, showed everything. And because I am currently in the process of moving from this location to a much larger location where I'll be able to spread out all of my supplies and have more room. At this point, it looks like more room than I can imagine. Spread out just tons of supplies that I normally have cooped up in boxes stacked on top of each other, and I have to dig and dig and dig and pull them out each time I need to make something. To dig under here, look for the right box, open it, find the right beads, go over here, pull out this box, open it, find the right beads, and then half the time I forget which beads I still have and where they are, and sometimes I end up buying beads that I already have because of this, or people send me beautiful stones and beads, which people have been really awesome in the last couple months, and I don't organize them correctly because now I have just no room. They're sitting in a box. These beautiful stones are just sitting there and they get shoved to the side. Well, a lot of this is going to be solved, as well as being able to put all these paintings like out, stretched out, put pottery out. Everything will have a place. Everything will be able to breathe. Everything will be open. I'll have multiple stations to do wood carving, leather working, pottery, painting, all kinds of crazy projects. I want to try new stuff that I've never tried before and take you guys along with me the whole way. Like just discover really fun stuff that all of us can do. And hopefully this new place will make it all possible. I'm going to miss a ton of people at this location. I made a lot of friends here at this mall, and so it's bittersweet. It was very emotional for me at first. In the beginning, I didn't want to leave. I was trying to push it back months and months and months. And then finally there was just a clash with management, and it just had to happen. And I realized it was like, I went from being like upset, really upset that I was basically being forced in a position where I had to move, to being angry, actually, which is not good, but I just felt pressured. And then to being like suddenly like, wait a minute, this could be good. And then suddenly being like, let me look into all the different possibilities. And then finally realizing how this could actually answer 10 different questions I've been asking about how can I do this. This would actually answer the how. Think questions I've been asking for a couple of years now, sometimes some going back even further. And so in any case, I took some photos of the new place already, and I was about to release them, but I still have to sign some paperwork and stuff and go through some stuff. So I don't want to prematurely I don't want to totally release it until the ink is dry on everything. But I have some photos I'm excited to show you, and maybe I'll take some video, and super exciting. And but it's going to be a struggle in the next 3 weeks to keep doing videos every day with all this moving. And I'm just going to do everything I can to keep putting the videos out there, because I don't want to lose attention with you guys. If you find there's no videos one day, always go back, watch the old ones. I appreciate all the people who've been doing that. Super awesome. What's it called? Whew. Sorry, I've just been monotoning this whole time and I'm starting to run out of breath. Let me read some of your comments. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Sorry, just catching up on comments. Oh, they like your hair. They like the blue. Nobody ever said anything about my hair.
I can dye it for you.
She's going to dye it for me now, so you guys will give me compliments. Thank you. I'll appreciate that. I am also going to choose blue. Maybe, should I choose blue? What should I choose?
Well, it depends. Are you going to do your beard or your hair?
Just my hair.
All of it?
No, like streaks. I'm going to do like the barrel beads. It's going to be a barrel hair. It's going to be blue, pink, peach, and green, like all pastels. And then I'm going to wrap silver through it. And I'm going to become a barrel bracelet. Purple, you think? Oh, see, now I got my first compliment after I complained and whined about it. That's how you get things in life. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. You got to complain. Like, nobody has complimented my coffee lid, which was supposed to be on the drink. Don't tell Sarah I left it off. She gets upset about that. I think I'm still going to call it Matt's Crazy Art. I've been thinking about possibly using some kind of acronym that means the same thing. I'm going to talk to some people and see what they think. But the cool thing is the former resident was an artist also. He was actually a painting dealer. He had the entire place is covered in paintings still. He's still moving his stuff out, and there's paintings everywhere. And he was also a custom framer, so there's framing machine stuff everywhere. So the entire mall already knows of this location as a place that sells art. So that works out really well, I think. Oh, Lila, yay. Okay. I'm getting lightheaded. I should probably eat something. I'm going to have some pretend beef jerky. It's like gas station beef jerky, but it'll do because it's beef. Oh, it's good for your teeth. Very smoky. Smoky flavor. So.
I have a new phone case.
Ooh, is that it?
Yeah.
Is that for... Let me see. Did you make it?
No.
Oh, this is a new one for you.
Yeah. I didn't get your case in the mail yet to start.
Sarah, this is her new phone case. Everybody be jealous. You do not have a SeaWorld themed phone case, but she does. So now Let the crying commence.
You shouldn't say Sea World. That's
Not
animal
SeaWorld.
abuse.
It's her animal abuse case. No, no. What should I say? What should I call it? I won't call it
I
SeaWorld.
don't know.
Her aquatic themed, animal themed um, case. Vicky says it's a beautiful case. She loves it. Sarah is looking into possibly doing her own line of custom phone cases like that for people. So she's kind of excited. A GoPro hat. Yeah, I should get one of those. That would be good. Except I don't know if I shake too much. I don't know how the stability is in that. Mm. Okay. Um, we're at 45 minutes. Give me some comments, questions, anything you want to say. Talk amongst yourselves.
Are you planning on telling them about the, you're not going to be doing this for a little bit?
Oh, it's probably just gonna be 1 week. I'm probably not gonna do a selling show next week. Um, so if anybody wants to get Etsy stuff, this is the time to get it before people grab all the good stuff, because next week we're not going to do a selling show. I'm going to be in the process of moving. I'm still going to try to do a live show. I don't know where it will be from. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I've been asked to make pins. I get asked every once in a while. I still need to make some. I would like to make some pins. Thank you for reminding me. I'll put that down. Pins, brooches. Yes, thank you, Kathleen. Okay, I told you guys the 30-day challenge, 15-day challenge, 20-day challenge. February it was 20 days. We ended February 20th, and then we took 9 days off. And then supposedly March 1st we were going to start a new one. Well, now we're on March 3rd. With this move, with all the stress and craziness of trying to figure out where I was going to be calling home, what's it called? I ended up totally not forgetting that March was coming up so fast until the evening before, and I was just exhausted. And I said, you know what, I need to take more time. So all those people looking to do a new challenge, I do want to do a new challenge before April comes, but I haven't decided yet when it's going to be and how it's going to be. It'll probably be a short one because we're already now getting through the first week of March, sorry. So
You made me panic because my husband's birthday is in April.
yeah, so don't worry, we're not in April yet. I didn't just change the time period with my powers, although, if you guys, if people bother me too much, I can do that. Anyway, yeah, so we have to do another challenge. I love it. It's great for me. It seems like it's great for a lot of people. I really appreciate the feedback. And some lady just messaged me today and she said, "Hey, sorry to bother you. You might not know me, but I'm looking at a bunch of other channels now, and a bunch of art channels are now doing 30-day challenges or something like that, something along those lines." And she said, "So I hope you're okay with it, or whatever, but people are copying you." And I said, that's super. I wanted to ask her where, who, when, but I restrained myself and I said, "Oh, if it pops up, I'll see it." But that sounds really great. I think it's awesome. I don't care if people copy me. I like imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery, right? A lot of artists freak out over people stealing their style, stealing their designs. My thing is, if you're always the top of your game, everybody copying you is always going to look like a second-rate version of you, and chances are they're never going to cross your paths anyway. They're going to be selling to people who have no contact with the people you're selling to. So they're not going to steal customers from you or anything like that. Like, it's really, people panic so much about that. And it's such a silly thing to waste your energy, your emotional energy on. You should be excited that people copy you. Um, consignment. I've done consignment in the past. I prefer it's doesn't work with how undisciplined I am with keeping track of stuff. And even really disciplined artists have told me that consignment can be kind of frustrating if you're, especially if you're doing small boutiques everywhere and that you're giving them a few pieces here, a few pieces there, and then you have to keep track if they sell it, and then when they finally do sell it, they they take a pretty large cut. Whereas I prefer wholesale. I prefer to say to a place, here, take my pieces. I'll give you an even lower price. Take them all. That you own them now. I don't ever want to see them again. You don't have to contact me again. If you sell them, great. If you don't, then you got to work on your selling. But I don't have to worry about it. The stress is off me. Um, so I prefer wholesale when it comes to consignment type things. But if consignment works for people, I mean, I heard it has worked. I think for Dan, if I got that right, and I also I know it can really work for people who don't have a chance to, like Dan was saying, you don't have venues to sell at, or you don't have a permanent location, or you just can't get out to. Maybe you live in a rural area and the closest craft shows are a real trouble to get to. Consignment can be awesome. I'm not saying anything against other people doing consignment. So, and there's a lot of consignment type situations out there. I'm just saying, me personally, I prefer wholesale, which is another form of the same kind of thing. Um, I have no idea what you guys are talking about now. You're all talking among yourselves, and it's great because then I can just keep rambling and I don't feel guilty that I missed your comment. Now, to say what I say every time, if you asked a question or made a comment and I didn't see it, nothing personal against you. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not looking at your comment and like, I don't want to answer that comment. I'm going to pretend it's not there. I just missed it. So just ask your comment again, ask your question, ask it 3 times, 5 times if you need to. Don't feel bad. Nobody's going to yell at you for repeating the same question. I have not mentioned where exactly my new place will be. I don't tell people exactly my exact address unless they live in a similar area and they want to come visit in person. Or obviously, if they want to do some kind of mail transaction, then I will private message them and tell them more specifically. I can tell you both my current location and my new location are both in the kind of central slash eastern Pennsylvania area. So that'll give you an idea. Um, uh, Thanks for coming, Dan, and everybody who's has to go. Thanks for coming. Everybody who just came in, welcome. Everybody who's hanging out the whole time, thanks for hanging out. And I've just been breaking this jerky into teeny tiny pieces all the time, talking without even realizing it. So one of these paintings sold. It was awesome. I actually had 3 people who wanted it, and then 2 people who really wanted it, and they were really upset. And one lady was nice enough to let the other one have it because I was not going to pick. Like, I did not want to be in charge of who felt bad. So this is the Chaos paintings. This is the newest one. I still want to touch it up a little, but my father, who is an art teacher, and a bunch of other people say it's fine the way it is. Just leave it. Don't overdo it. This is another one I did last year. So this is probably my favorite one. And then there's a blue and purple one that I showed you. This that Sarah pulled out, and blue and purple one sold. And I learned how to package a painting. I didn't really learn. I made a makeshift version. I wrapped it in bubble wrap. and I took apart two giant cardboard boxes and then cut them up and repositioned them to form a cardboard box over the painting, put a ton of packaging tape and sent it out. It wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be, but I actually want to look and to see if they actually have, if any of you know, if they actually have boxes made to shape the exact shape of it. This is a 16 by 20 is what I usually use. So something like a 17 by 21 box that would just slide right in and then just have like a flap that covers with a little sticky where like no effort at all to package it. That would be great. I looked it up on Amazon and Google and I couldn't find anything exactly quite like that. I found a bunch of envelopes that were different sizes, like giant envelopes, and then I found some flat cardboard that was just flat cardboard. Yeah, I have to do more Melvin videos. Melvin has been hiding for a long time. Good.
Them post about it too.
Yep. Oh wow, they posted on Facebook. I have been off Facebook. Anyone in the Facebook group, I've been off Facebook for a week. I'm not ignoring you guys. I get rid of the app before the live show because it keeps ringing and you'll actually hear it and it's super annoying because there's probably a way to shut off notifications from ringing and I don't know how to do it. But anyway, I got rid of the app and then I realized after a few days that I had more time on my hands because I wasn't getting in dumb arguments with former friends about unrelated topics.
I'm jealous.
Bye, Vicky. Yes, Bojangles. At the new place, I am hoping to do tutorials on so many different topics. I never wanted to do just wire wrapping. I started in wire wrapping because I had all the supplies there because that's what I was selling. And I picked up a lot of wire wrapping subscribers. And whenever I do non-wire wrapping pieces, the videos drop down to like 1/5 as many views. Even though I know a lot of you are watching them and are loving them. I mean, you tell me you love them. I'm not being presumptuous. I just keep doing the wire wrapping because that's what keeps the views high. And I want to just keep pushing the channel to get bigger and bigger. But now I'm going to actually have room and time to keep doing the wire wrapping while also exploring something new, maybe every day. Like there's a whole bunch of different painting techniques I want to try out. There are a ton of new things I want to do with Dremel tools, with carving, with wood carving. I want to carve the deer antlers. I don't want to just wrap the deer antlers in wire. I actually want to carve them into different things. And I want to do more polymer clay stuff. I want to do definitely more pottery. I want to go back to my pottery studio, which is much closer now to my new location, so I can take classes there a lot easier. And I want to do actual vases like this. This is the only one I have down here right now, but if anyone wants this, it's for sale. Because it's the only one I have down here. But yeah, this is my own design, the 4-sided vase that twists as it goes up to the top. And I kind of developed that many years ago before I did jewelry. I actually moved from pottery into jewelry because I saw some woman at my pottery studio squish some clay and put it on earring hooks and fire it and sell it. And well, not in that order. She squished it, fired it, then put it on earring hooks, and they sold super fast. And that's where that's the first time I was like, what? Jewelry is that easy to sell, and it's so tiny and little, because I was carting around these giant vases all over the place, wrapped in layers and layers of newspaper in boxes in the back of my van. Like every single time I set up for a show, it would take me an hour to just take them all out of the boxes, and then it'd take an hour to put them all back in the boxes. And then like if I ever dropped a box, no matter how much I wrapped in newspaper, I'd end up losing 5 or 6 pieces. It was really rough. And so yeah, I have some ceramic beads that are in the last video I finally showed. I actually made them from clay and melted glass. Oh, Yeah, there's somebody wrote this new article that being a jack of all trades, master of none is actually a better way to live than to just be a specialist in one specific area. That actually being a jack of all trades shows a lot of emotional health. That like it shows that you have a brain that can figure out many different things and are not intimidated by something new, which is why you keep trying new things. So I was like, I'll take that. That's a compliment to me, but I still would like to. It's there's nothing like specializing in something. There's nothing like becoming an amazing expert. Sometimes it's lonely, I imagine. I don't know, but like the better I get at especially playing different instruments, the more I'm just like the whole universe opens up of possibility. And you're like, oh, I can't believe I was missing out swimming in this universe for so long. Like it's like learning to be on another planet and learn a new alien language and learn to interact with new alien people in totally different ways and have new powers. Like can't beat that. So jack of all trades, absolutely. Specialist, definitely. You got both are awesome. Mm, almost done this beef jerky. Yeah, painting is the levels of painting, the styles, the the possibilities of just technique of just loading a brush. You think you dip your brush in one color and then you do this and then you make your like your drawing, but like literally you can make a whole painting on your brush by loading the colors a specific way. And then as soon as they're loaded on the brush, you just put the brush down and you do one stroke. And if you do it right, you have an entire flower petal or maybe an entire flower from one brush stroke that is blended 5 different colors across like a blended rainbow. And it just and the highlights, the shadowing, everything comes across in that one stroke. Um, and it's amazing because then you get more than one stroke out of that one load. You load up the brush and you go stroke, 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 and you do maybe 7 strokes, and you have this gorgeous flower covering the painting. And it's like 10 seconds, and you're done an entire painting that looks better than somebody who might have struggled for an hour to make a flower. Thank you, Sandra. Precious metal clay. I do have a small kiln. I technically could do special. I actually bought it from a woman who was doing precious metal clay. I could do it. I don't want to do gold and silver just yet. That's like a lot of investment for a few pieces. But I might do like the lower metals. Like I think they have brass. I think they have some other metals. Um, I think I did see that, Aaron. I have not really been on Facebook much, but I think I did run into that. The waterfall painting. Um, I did not know Bob Ross was obsessed with squirrels. Um, that's pretty funny. I think squirrels are amazing. People who don't like squirrels, like they are so intense. They're like intensity level 5 million, and they're hilarious. Like I have 2 stories of squirrels that stick in my brain, and I love to tell. These are funny stories. Okay, here goes. First story. Um, I was following the squirrel, and he was running around, and he went up on top of a trash can that was open, and then he kind of like ducked down and fell into the trash can, and it was squishing around inside the trash can. And I got closer and closer, and I finally got up to the trash can, and I like leaned over, and I'm like, "Where is he?" And of course, they don't not like to be cornered more than anything. Both of these stories are about that. So it was like Russell, 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 and suddenly he saw that I was like leaning over, looking like a giant predator about to eat him. And I don't know how he did it. I don't know where he came from, but he shot straight out of the trash can, literally like 4 feet above my head, just like a rocket. Like, so, like, I was like this, and my hair went. I was like, I don't even know where he ended up. He just shot up, and then he like caught onto something and took off, and he was gone. And I was like a cartoon. It was the funniest thing. Okay, that was the lesser funny story. Here's the better story. Um, my dad has this deck, and it's a pretty large deck, and it has a like a wooden railing going around it. And there's a big tree in the yard that kind of hangs over close to the deck, not really over it. And one day there, and my dad always puts out bird seed for the birds, and he gets irritated when the squirrels steal it. And one day there was a squirrel running along the wooden railing, and he was looking for seeds or something. And I came out onto the deck, and he saw me, and he's like, oh no. And he like looked around like, how can I escape into a tree? And there was nowhere to escape. Like there was nothing he could reach. And so he didn't want to go down to lower ground because then I have the upper advantage. So he felt safest right where he was on this railing, and I was still kind of far away. So he ran to the far corner of the railing of the deck. So I, instead of coming straight at him, I came around like this to cut him off to come across this side. And he stopped when he saw me coming around the other side, and his ears perked up, and he was like, oh no. So then he ran back to where he was, and then I came around this side, and then he stopped. He's like, oh no. And we did this dance. Like I wanted to see how close I could get to him, and he was like freaking out. And I was like coming in this way and then coming in this way, and he was like, oh no. He was running, oh crap, oh no. And he was running the other way, and he's running, and finally he just stopped in the middle, and I was getting closer and closer, and he was like, his body tensed up like this, and he did one of these like look around real quick. And I'm like, you have nowhere to go, you got to run down. And once he runs down, he doesn't know what kind of predator I am. If I'm like as big as I am, but like a mountain lion or like a cat or something, I could, once he gets down to the ground, like I have the edge, I could pounce on him. So this is what he's thinking. Looking back, I think this is what's going through his head. And so he's like freezes, and I'm getting closer and closer. And at the last second, panic overwhelms him. And he looks off to the corner of his eye, and he launches himself backwards. I've never seen anything like it. Again, it was like he was spring loaded, like a little firecracker went off and shot him. Like he just went into the air, like he was airborne, like he was a like a bird. He went pow, and he went all the way up this huge arc. And I was like, where? What? I didn't know squirrels could jump that far, that high. But he went out, and then he came down, and right before he would have like gotten hit the ground, he somehow made it all the way out to that tree that was nearby, and he caught the tiniest little twig of a branch that was sticking out in one of his little hands. I swear, he caught this little branch. It was like Spider-Man squirrel. Caught this little branch, and the weight of him was so overpowering this little branch that he caught it, and it went all the way down almost to the grass with him. And then at the last second, the elastic took over, and it sprung him back up, and he ran all the way up the branch into the tree, disappeared. Bam. I wish I had that on video. It was insane. It was like, I was in like in slow motion to me. It was like squirrel. And then he catches this little teeny tiny branch in one hand, and he's like, and then it drags all the way down, and then it elastics him back up, and he just runs all the way up the branch. So great. Probably my telling of it is 1 gazillion times more exciting than if somebody, I don't know if it would have looked that way if someone else saw it, but that's how it looked to me. So that's my story. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna say goodnight. Thank you everyone for coming. Now we still have another 50 minutes if we want to hang out for the 2 hours that we normally do. Pentazoid. I like that name. Advice for a girl looking to go into the editing. Is it editing you're trying to say? Sorry, I'm not teasing you about your spelling. I thought it said education at first. Um, do you mean video editing? I'm guessing because you're asking me. Hmm. Another funny thing, yes, costume theory. When you see a fat squirrel who overeats because there's too much food in the area from adults, from humans, that's also really funny. Oh, one more story. Erin reminded me with her story about the peanut butter. Uh, yeah, one time I was on a college campus when I was in college, and outside there's a squirrel. He must have been fed by all the students because I'm sitting there eating a bag of Doritos. I don't eat Doritos. It was a weird day, and he comes up on the bench next to me and he looks at me. He's like, I was like, huh? And he gets a little closer and he's like, I was like, what? So I held up a Dorito and he was like, I was like, really? And so I held the Dorito out to him and he was like he was used to being fed, but he didn't want to get that close because squirrels are still terrified of humans usually until it takes a long time to tame them. So I was like, I held it out a little further, and he's like, so I was like, okay, okay. So I held it out really far, and he was like, and he leaned and he reached out his two hands. I swear, he reached out his two hands like a little human, and this was a big fat triangle Dorito, and I had the very tip of it, and he reached out his. I swear, he grabbed it in both hands like a piece of pizza, like this, and as soon as he had it, and I let go, he just disappeared. It was so great. It's like holding. It was like the triangle was like this big to him. He was holding it like this.
My rats do that.
um, yeah. Sarah has pet rats that are actually like she said they're not at all like other rodents like mice or whatever. They're actually she said they're closer to dogs and cats in their personalities. So she's showing me a picture of one holding a cracker, just like I said. Um, so I didn't know that. I said that's probably why scientists use them for experiments in human psychology because they're apparently their brain wiring and their social the way they are socially with each other is very similar to humans, even more than a lot of bigger mammals. Um, oh, and there's a picture of one of her rats eating a pizza. You guys are missing out. I see all the good stuff. Should I show your phone up to the camera so they can see it, or maybe next time?
When's there gonna be a next time?
Here's Here you go, everybody. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. This is a camera looking at a camera. But where's the other one with the cracker?
I actually have a video of that.
You guys are in for a treat tonight.
Let me see if I can find
I feel like a rodent shoving all these little pieces of beef jerky in my cheeks. I store them up in here, and then I talk through the live chat as if there's nothing in my mouth.
it. You can press play then.
It's like a Disney movie. It's like Ratatouille. You guys will not get this on any other wire wrapping channel. I promise you. If anybody starts putting up videos of rats on their wire wrapping channel next week to copy, you let me know, please. Oh, my nose is itching. You ever get that like heated feeling and suddenly you just can't?
You missed the best part.
I missed the best part. Well, I'll put it back on.
The other one, you'll see.
Oh, he's getting it. Oh, he's stealing more. It's the cracker caper. The Adventures of the Rats. Thank you. Yeah, they have a very short lifespan. Sarah was telling me they live on average only like 2 years, but some of them, if they're taken care of, they can they can last 4 or 5 years. Um,
Here's one in my pocket. That's my hairless.
that's in the pocket.
Yeah.
Whatever, I wish. Oh, station identification. Come to the Etsy store. We have 25 or more new pieces up. Actually, some of them sold already. So, but there's new pieces up. Okay, more comments, more questions. Beverly, I agree. That's a great name for a band. Um, in her yurt, isn't that? Do they have those here? Isn't that only in Europe that they have those things? I don't know what a yurt is, but I'm pretty sure it's only in Europe. Um, yeah, that Bob Ross, the front man, that would be great. Um, oh, you missed the surprise, Judy. Oh my gosh, everyone was so excited, and everybody. It was like Oprah. Everybody, I gave out free stuff to everyone, and you totally missed it. Where did she say that? Yeah, Judy, I'm so sorry. You missed. Oh my gosh, it was the best surprise ever. Everybody got so many things for free. I wish you had only come like 10 minutes earlier. No, Judy, I'm just teasing you. The surprise was that it's also in the video, called it's called Full Booth Reveal. The surprise is that I am moving to a new location, supposedly this week, and from having a kiosk to having an entire store, which will give me tons of room to do all kinds of new art projects and fun stuff and put out more videos, hopefully. And so this week, I really need your guys' help. Really need to ask you guys for help. I'm going to try to put out videos um, at the same rate that I have been, but it might be a struggle some days as I'm trying to move and organize and build new stuff. So I need you guys to watch older videos, scroll down and watch the really old ones that you can find that you've never seen. And that will keep the channel pumping, and it will keep the algorithm up high so that more people will keep finding the channel and joining. And because when I put out new videos, as often as I do, it really helps attract, the algorithm, really gets bigger and brings in more people. I know that's a mathematically ridiculous way to say it. The algorithm gets bigger, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. So this week, the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be probably moving and building and like all kinds of craziness. So please watch the old videos and give them a thumbs up if you like them. You don't have to, but definitely put a comment if you think of something to say. Yep, 94 is the tile swimming. You didn't know you could swim on tile, but apparently you can if that video is proof. Yes, here's the Etsy. Here's the Etsy store. It's all one word. I couldn't fit it all in one line. Make sure you put shop in there twice. I am sorry that it's long, but I got in. This is my fourth Etsy shop, and every time I got in, there were more names already taken. So this is the name that was left that was closest to what would work. Yeah, I'm so excited. I took photos. I was telling people earlier, I took photos of the store. Like the front of the store is like I can't believe um it's so I'm so excited. Yeah, no, the kiosk in the video is moved down the hall a couple hundred feet from where it used to be. Apple is apparently taking over this mall and forcing everybody else to move around because Apple, the company Apple, that the cell phone maker, they didn't want any other cell phone kiosks in their hallway, so they did a power move with the mall, and they are paying so much rent that they forced mall management to push all the other kiosks out of their hallway into everyone else's hallway, and I end up getting moved way down the hallway from where I was, and that's what started all kinds of issues of negotiation. And finally it just came down to it just wasn't working for me or the management where I was. And there's a lot of things I can't even tell you guys that it's going to work out in a lot of ways. It's just going to be really great, hopefully. But I'm super excited, and I can't wait to show you guys videos of the new place. And I'm tempted to show you even the old place. The guy right there, the guy that I'm taking it over from, is moving to another location, and he is just paintings. The whole place is just hundreds of paintings, and because he was an art dealer and he did custom framing. And so the space is already set up in a lot of ways, in a great way for like art. There's so many shelving and like rooms and sectioned off things, and like walls made for to hang stuff. um Oh, don't worry about writing a personal book in the comments. I mean, if you do it, yes, it takes longer to read it, but you're not the only one. Lots of people. Dude, it's only a problem when I get backed up with comments. I try to read every single comment, and I have a separate app where I can see the comments as they come in real time. I don't have to go back to each video. And if I stay on top of them, then it's great. But if I get behind a couple days, it takes me like at one point I got behind a whole week, and it literally took hours and hours to catch up, to read all the comments, respond to questions, give people hearts to show them I read the comments and I appreciated them. And it was like a little bit overwhelming. Like every time I got a free moment, I'd be like, okay, let's read some more comments, read some more comments. And so that at that time, like people who would write like whole autobiographies of their life, I was like, oh, I was skimming them as fast as I could. But I mean, a lot of those people have like amazing stories. I don't want to downplay it. Like a lot of those people, they're like, I was bedridden and I took care of my husband for 10 years, and then I fought this illness, and then I was went through this terrible situation, and then I came out of it, and now I'm doing art and it's helping me. I mean, like super inspirational. I'm not going to be the person to say I'm not reading your comment, it's too long. No, it like some of those comments could make whole videos if I read them to the camera. Um, yeah. So Yeah, like I'm long-winded. Someone once told me, like you're a chatterbox, you should have your own radio show, and I said, oh, I'd love to. Somebody hire me. So I have no problem um, with like long conversations, and so why would I have a problem reading a comment that's a little longer? But I mean, if every single comment you leave is incredibly long, then yeah, it takes longer. It takes longer to get through it. And I might, if it's just a whole bunch of like just being silly, I might skim it a little bit. True confessions here, but I'm still trying my best to read everything. There might come a day where the comments just come too fast, where nobody could read all. I mean, people with huge channels with millions of people, they have comments coming in so fast. They'd have to, if they hired an army of 10 people just to read the comments all day, they still couldn't keep up with them. But I'm not at that point yet. So you guys, you deserve to have your comments read as long as I can. Um, and I appreciate all of them. Uh, oh, there's an alchemist here. Oh, good. We can mix some metals and learn some things. But this is kind of a laid back time. I haven't been as zany as normal, or maybe I have. I don't know. I feel a little bit energy low. Maybe I should drink more of this coffee drink, which I think is more just sugar than coffee. But if you guys want to throw any comments out there or talk to each other or have fun, thank you, Jeanette. Jeanette, I can actually pronounce correctly. I'm pretty sure there's no way to pronounce that wrong. There's sometimes there's like Janines and other names. There's three different ways. The Lila Leela person, still not sure which way is right. I could put a piano. I wouldn't put a whole piano. Moving a piano costs more than buying a piano these days. Piano moving is so expensive. It's so hard to move a piano, but an electric piano is fairly easy. Um, yeah, I definitely want to do more music, and I'm not sure if I'm going to move my recording equipment into the new space now that I have so much room. Right now, it's currently um, I set aside a whole room for it at one of the places I live, and I don't like moving stuff over and over again, but it might be nice to have everything all in one location. So I'm really considering it. Um, Lila, thank you all. There's a song, Whoa, Lila, whoa, Lila. I had a girl, Lila was her name. Pretty sure that's not what that song is, but that's what popped into my head. Um, since she left me, I think Lila's leaving, and then I can sing. Since she left me, I'll never be the same. Beverly figured it out. Beverly, let's see how much trivia you know. Who sang that song? Oh, okay. All right. Beverly, what was the sad story about that particular singer? Don't say it on, don't just reference it. Don't say it straight up. It's very sad. See how far we can go with Barbara trivia. Beverly, sorry, Beverly trivia. Janelle, don't be afraid of painting. It's the most fun ever. You squeeze these blobby colored things out and then you throw it onto paper and canvas and then you move it around. So much fun. Just pretend you're a 5-year-old. They're not intimidated by it. They just do it. Just harness your 5-year-old inner child. Yep. Beverly, I believe it was a private plane, not a helicopter. Um, okay, further trivia after we'll get off of that sad topic. Um, Beverly, What singer and what particular song paid tribute to that sad, sad, sad event? And there you go. Someone already got the other artist that was there. I know like random facts. I'm like speaking of jack of all trades, master of none. Like I know little teeny tiny facts about a ton of subjects. Like give me 100 subjects, and I know just a sprinkling of facts of each subject where I can state those facts, and you'll think, oh, he's deep into that subject, and I know absolutely nothing else. Thank you, Beverly. She got Beverly's like 4 for 4. The only thing she got wrong is she said helicopter originally, but good job. 4 out of 5, I think she's at. Nice. Yes, she got the all. She got yep. Um, really, really unappreciated talent. I think Don McLean. He has really 2 hits. Both of them are tributes to former artists. What is the other? What is his other song that's a tribute to an artist? Since anyone else going to answer? Yes, don't be afraid of paint. If you're a woman, you've been slapping paint on your face like every other day of your life since you were a child. You should not be afraid to slap it on some canvas. Thank you, Rebecca. Beverly, you don't know. Okay, Don McLean's other hit. Who knows Don McLean's other hit besides American Pie? Thank you, Kim's Dream Jewel. Yes, I thought it was Starry Night too. It sounds like it should be called Starry Night. Technically it's called Vincent. But that is his tribute to Guess Who. There you go. Judy, it's funny painting over someone else's canvas, but yes. Yes, and what Vincent are we referring to? This is trivia night. Yes, that is correct, Beverly. Really sad song. I actually think Starry Night is the better of his 2 songs, of those 2 hits. But he was an amazing songwriter. He has a lot of other songs that are beautiful and just never made it onto the scene. He never really grew that big. He was never really like Don McLean was never like a superstar. He had like those 2 hits, and the rest of his songs are just only known by his diehard fans. I had a friend of mine got into him once and was just obsessing over listening to him, like his albums, all his other songs, like for hours on end when we were teenagers. Oh my gosh, yes, Allison, yes, Van Gogh. Oh, like crying buckets, sad, like so horrible. I saw a documentary on the whole deal, and I was like, ah. Horrible, like absolute, like awful story. Everything about the story is horrible, completely horrible. Don't even want to talk about it, but it was horrible. Yeah, the idea of painting is not to try to make it good. It's to try to enjoy it. If you enjoy it, it's going to be good. If you try to make it good, you might still be okay, but chances are you're going to stress yourself out and you're going to judge yourself. Having fun making paintings. And again, I'm speaking as someone who hasn't got that deep into painting. There's paintings behind me that I did, but like all of them are kind of at the beginning stages of developing styles and learning stuff. So I'm not pretending that I'm an expert on painting. If I'm an expert on anything, it's showing you not to be afraid and showing you it doesn't matter how much of an expert you are. You just don't be afraid. You just go face first into the mud. And in this case, the mud is colored, so it's fun, and you don't have to put your face in it. You put some brushes in it, and you throw it on stuff, and you splash it around, and that's it. Thank you, Jeanette. Hello from Sacramento. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm low energy tonight. I'm trying to drink this coffee, but I think it's just making me tired with all the sugar. Yes, CRC Creations acrylic. I do my tutorials. No, there is no there is no set time. I try to do them as often as possible. I try to do them as fast as possible so I can get more of them out. Because from all the feedback I get from you guys, you don't care so much if the video is edited perfectly or if every little bit is exactly pristine as much as you would like to just see me do another one. So I try to edit them and I try to judge them as little as possible and I try to just pump them out as fast as I can. So some days I do better at that and other days I don't. But I release them. I try to release them as fast as I can. If I make a bunch of them and I get ahead of myself once in a great while, I'll actually make a bunch of tutorials and I have them stored up and then I can release them. I can hold on to them for a little bit and release them on a day when I want to take off and have that day off, but still have the channel humming. So in that case, I'll actually not release them. But most of the ones you see, as soon as you see them online, as soon as they pop up, like I created them about an hour earlier. Like I was in the middle of figuring it out. All that stuff you see me struggling, like I don't know what I'm doing here. Like that's literally was happening in real time, like 37 minutes before you're actually watching it. That's Baxter. That's so awesome. I love those stories. I love those stories. Like Grandma Moses is a funny name, but it was this lady who apparently never started painting till she was like 72 or something. And then she painted from like 72 to 84. She only lived another 12 years and she sold like hundreds of paintings for thousands of dollars and is now considered like a famous painter or whatever. Um, Judy, see, that's awesome. Yeah, Lori, that's a weird, funny video I did way back. I was just sitting around with the lady I was renting a room from, and we were just being stupid and making faces and making funny voices. And she was like, "We should do this on stage." And I said, "Okay, let me turn the camera on." And that was that. Um, there you go. Allison is having all the fun of being a kid now, making up for it. That's the way to do it. Whew, bye, Debbie. Thanks for hanging out. Oh my goodness. I actually feel amazing. I mean, I'm a little low energy now, but I feel so good. You know how sick I was 3 weeks ago when I had to cancel? Was it 3 or 4 weeks ago, Sarah? It was 4 weeks. 3. I felt so awful. You ever get so sick and you're just like, you can't remember what it's like to actually feel good, and you're like, this is my life now. I might not make it. This might be the end. You start having trouble breathing, and you start having trouble like,
That's called a panic attack.
okay, so panic attack in the middle of being sick. Like, but seriously, if you're really sick, sometimes you just, I don't know if you, but I've heard other people say this. Like when I get really sick, I just think this is it. Like I tell myself, no, I'm gonna get over it. I'm gonna get over it. No, it's not gonna beat me. But then there's moments where I'm just like, I'm not winning this thing. This thing is crushing. Oh, I can't breathe. I can't do anything. It's getting worse. I can't sleep. I can't even sleep. I try to lay down. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I try to sit up. I feel like I'm going to get dizzy and fall over. Like you can't escape it. There's no place to find comfort. And then you find like this little slice of comfort where you can slowly like go to sleep for about half an hour. And you're like, oh my gosh, please. And you stay there and you don't move. And you're like, and then you're done with that and it starts up again, the coughing and the nausea and whatever it is. Well, and then when you have a prolonged sickness, you're like, when is this going to end? And you wake up the next day and you're still sick, and you wake up the next day and you're still sick, and you do all the right things. You take the medicine, you drink the water, you try to get some exercise or sunlight or sleep. You do everything people tell you to do and everything you ever heard your grandmother say, and it just won't end. And I woke up one day about a week after. I mean, I told myself, I'm sick of this. I'm beating this. I'm going to beat it. And I determined to beat it. And that sometimes that feels really good. And you feel stronger when you determine you're not going to let it beat you. But sometimes it just is still there, no matter how much you fight it. And then one day after, a couple days later, I woke up and I was just like, it just hit me. And I was like, I'm better. I'm all better now. And that feeling, it was like this definite feeling that it was over 100%. And ever since then, I just feel really good. Like I could tackle anything. And I didn't think I was going to feel that way. When I was at the sickest, I was like, I'm going to be sick forever. I'm never going to feel 100% again. It's crazy how much our emotions play with our, you know, they tell us stuff that's so not true.
My dad always told me growing up when I would say, I think I'm getting sick. No, you're not. Tell yourself you're not.
That's right. Tell yourself you're not. Good good old fashioned parenting. If your kid says they're getting sick, you say,
No,
I'll give you something to feel sick about. You're not getting sick. And if you say it again, we're gonna get the switch. See, you're Sarah's so young. She just said, "What's a switch?"
I got a spoon, but
Well, you know what it is then.
a switch?
Mm-hmm. A switch. A switch was a. Somebody tell us what a switch it was. She said, "I got a spoon," so she knows what we're in the right. We're in the right universe.
Or his hand, which was the size of bigger than the spoon.
Big fat hand. Uh. Yes, Beverly is correct. The switch is it might be a country thing too. I'm not from the country, but I just love country people, so I might have learned this. It's like this. You misbehaved, so I would like you to go out there into the woods and go get yourself a nice stick and bring it back. And the child has to pick their own stick. Isn't that horrible?
Why
And
would it be called that?
I don't know. It's just happened to be called. It's a slang. It became called a switch. Here's the worst, Sarah. You're walking away. You're missing it. The worst part is if the child brought back. Of course, the child is going to bring back a small, skinny, little, teeny tiny, like teeny tiny. Now the parent, they don't want a big branch. They want something that's kind of whip like. That's kind of like, that's kind of bendable. So they want something skinny. But if the kid brings back something too skinny, then they get in more trouble and they have to go back and pick up a thicker one.
I had more things to worry about than that.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Misty had that experience. And so did CRC Creation. Oh, so fun. So wonderful. Yeah, Judy had to peel the leaves off. So great. Oh,
There was no time to do that. He would just get so angry. It was right there and then. You couldn't just go and get a stick.
yeah. Scott, the special announcement was I am moving. I took a whole video of my kiosk because it's the last day of the kiosk. I'm taking it apart probably tomorrow or the next day. And I'm moving to a full-size store. And that means I'm going to be able to do a lot more creative videos for you guys in a whole bunch of different media because I'm going to be able to spread out all my supplies and have all the room to do the stuff I always wanted to do that I didn't have room here, with all the limits of having a stock room that's literally like 3 to 4 hallways and an elevator away from my kiosk. And then my kiosk having everything in such a tiny little area that when I want to take things out, I have to dig through boxes and top of boxes and open them up. And so I'm going to, at this new location, I'll be able to spread everything out. I'll have multiple rooms to put different types of supplies in to do experimental painting and wood carving and leather working and all kinds of fun stuff. So you guys hopefully are going to get a lot of awesome videos. And you guys are just like part of the whole group. Like I'm excited, so I want you to be excited. Maybe I'm excited because I'm the one who's moving, but I want you guys to be excited too. Like I'm so excited, and so I want you to come with me. So I'm going to try to take video of the process of setting it up and what it looks. I already took some photos of the front, and I wanted to post them already, but I was like, I should probably wait until I sign contracts and everything is official. You know, you're still not 100%, you know, got to go through all the paperwork first. But I am taking it. Oh, thank you, Beverly. I am taking, what was I saying? Bye, Sarah. Thanks. Yep, kitchen spoons. I had the wooden spoons and belts. That was my life. Wooden spoons and belts. Occasionally some other device if there was no wooden spoon or belt available. Oh, thanks, Crystal. Scott, are you in Pennsylvania? Is that why you're telling me this? I know there's a gem show. Is it this weekend?
No.
He said there's one this weekend.
At the Lebanon Fairgrounds, there's one in December and one in
Yeah, there's one.
August?
There's one in the Oaks, which is in the Pennsylvania area in August. I always miss it. Oh, Jeanette, maybe you were just a better behaved kid. Some kids naturally are just they need a little bit less discipline than other
It doesn't
kids.
matter if you're well behaved or not sometimes.
Some kids just get discipline when they don't need discipline. They're just super well behaved, and the parents are like, "I'm having a bad day. You're getting discipline, whether you need it or not, even if you didn't do anything right or wrong."
The night I left home, my dad called me screaming his head off because I accidentally took his charger and left mine plugged into the wall, even though we had the exact same cell phone.
Did you bring his charger back?
Well, yeah.
Oh, good.
But we had the same phone. Why would he scream it?
Because you should not take his charger. I'm just teasing.
Or being in the bathtub too long.
Yeah. Well, you should not be in the bathtub with a charger. That's definitely
a different situation.
Oh, it was 2 different times. He was trying to keep you from getting shocked. Mystery voice. The mystery voice is the lovely Sarah. She's helping. She has been helping me with keeping everything organized and clean and setting up this Etsy shop where you guys can order stuff online. She makes sure everything gets packed and sent to the right address. If you want to go check out some pieces that you can buy right now, go right here. Sorry, it's really long. Etsy.com/shop/Matt's Crazy Art Shop. Again, 2 shops. Well, there you go, Allison. You have a variety of life. Variety is the spice. Sometimes mom is one thing, dad does one thing. Yes, I'm moving from a tiny kiosk that I've lived in for years. I was at a kiosk in 3 different malls. I've been at a kiosk, and this is the 3rd mall, and this is the longest I've been at any mall. This is over 2 years, and I've taken all my displays over the years and slowly incorporated them into this one kiosk. So it is the most advanced kiosk I have ever made. Super proud of it, but it is still incredibly small for all the stuff I've been wanting to do. And so I took one last video of it. It's sparse. Half this, 3/4 of the stuff is gone, but I took a big video of all the displays. I went around it several times, and I said, you know, we're saying goodbye, and I'm moving to a much larger space which is an actual whole storefront in another mall in another city, and I'm super excited. I want you guys to come with me. I want you to follow. I'm going to make videos showing how I'm going to set up the new place. But most of all, once the place is set up, I'm going to have whole rooms dedicated to different types of art, and that's going to be hopefully super exciting for all of us. You guys are going to be able to say, hey, Matt, can you do this? And I'll say, let me try, and we'll do some videos, and you guys will be like, wow, thank you for showing me how you do that. Now I'm gonna try it, and and maybe you'll do some stuff, and I'll see some stuff you guys do, and I'll say, oh, I can't tell you how many ideas I got from watching the Facebook page where you guys post your own jewelry. And recently Baxter Monkey sent me a whole bunch of supplies, and it came with this necklace mandrel, and she actually made 2 beginner pieces of necklaces that'll make like amazing choker type big things. Like I just have to hammer them or make my own, or and like just totally different styles that I want to get into. And I couldn't do it because I was frustrated in my little kiosk. As I said before, all my stuff was wire wrapping. I had to stick to very specific wire wrapping because that's all I had room for. And even all my beads were in little boxes piled up. You'll see it in the video. They're all piled up underneath the kiosk. And every time I need a different kind of bead, I got to dig in there and pull it out. Now, I'm not complaining because everybody who sees a lot of the supplies, especially if you're starting out, you think, oh my gosh, you have so many stones, so many beads. I wish I had 1/10 that many. So, and this, I built this up over 10 years. So, not complaining at all. I'm just saying I need space to have everything open so I can reach for it and see it in real time. And I need space. I need designated rooms where I can do painting and stuff that has, might have fumes that or sawdust, woodwork that where I want to separate it from where might have computer stuff. So, so this new space is going to allow me to do a lot of that. Well, I would definitely have classes if all of you would show up, if you would get on your airplanes and helicopters and fly over here from all of your states and cities and countries. But since you're not going to do that, don't even pretend. I know you're not. I see none of you going online to look up airline tickets as we speak. So don't even pretend. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I know you're not going to come visit me. I actually have had some people who were within 2-hour drive come and visit me, and I love it every time. It makes me so happy. But the rest of you who are like 7 hours away, 28 hours away, 32 hours away, all the way on the other side of the world, you're not going to visit me anytime soon. Let's be real here. So I'm just going to have to virtually do classes, like make videos and give them to you, and you will, Sherry, yes, your arms will get tired from flying that far. You will have to just watch the videos and consider that your classes, and you can ask questions on the comments, and I will do my best to answer them, and it'll be almost like we're in the same place. Almost. Beverly, I was thinking that, as I said, is it possible to be 32 hours away? Depends on the speed of your plane. Because technically planes go about the same speed the Earth spins. I kind of figured it out a couple times. Depends on the plane. But planes have been going about the speed of how fast, technically, you'd say the sun goes up and down, but it's actually not the sun moving. But yeah, planes kind of follow the daylight about the same speed. So if there's 24 hours in a day, there's probably no 2 points on Earth that are more than 24 hours away from each other. But that's not exact. If you have a slower plane, there might be a place that's like 36 hours from somewhere else. People always say China is all the way on the other side of the world from the US. Like if you dig down with a spoon and you keep digging, you'll end up in China. That's a joke people would say. Every time I look at a globe, it looks more like Australia is on the polar opposite side of the US. I don't know. You guys can look at a globe sometime and figure it out. But the real truth is that the world is not a globe, right, Sarah? We all know it's flat. Sarah's she's nodding right now. She's like, she's shaking her fist like, you tell them. The world is not a globe. Those globe people have been fooling us for too long. I have a video on that called, what's it called? Something about the flat Earth. The Earth is flat. Yeah. I have a video. Sarah's going to watch it now. Sarah, you should pull that up. She's packaging packages. Yeah, Allison, that's right. It's not a globe, it's a glob. Yeah, I agree, Ms. Sarah Bull. If you tell me to get from point A to point B and the average person will get there in 7 hours, I will probably take 34 hours to get there, especially if you give me a map. You have to find the video, Sarah, so you can tell them, so I can tell them what it's called. Put in Matt's Crazy Art Flat Earth, and then tell me the exact name of it so everyone can watch it. It's only a 3-minute video, super short. And I have my own guitar playing in it, so you got to watch it. because I might not play guitar tonight and you'll be missing it. So you got to watch it.
Proof the Earth is Flat, episode 38.
Episode 38. Put in Matt's Crazy Art in the search bar. Put in Matt's Crazy Art. Episode 38. Proof the Earth is Flat.
And there's flat Earth earrings.
Oh, and flat Earth earrings. There's also, we have flat Earth earrings, but that Proof the Earth is Flat is the one you should watch first. And that's true. Our flat Earth sits on top of a giant sea turtle. And is it 11 already? It is 11. I started 5 minutes late. Well, we'll go to 11:05 because, and I'll throw in some guitar playing because I don't want you guys to miss out. I still didn't return the guitar that has the twanging that I have to get fixed. So here's my cheap painted guitar. I did a video on this too. And what's it called? Dan Baldwin gave me the most beautiful leather strap that I still have to put on the new guitar once I get the new guitar exchanged for a better one. See if is that a perfect E? Can anyone have perfect pitch? It's actually not too far off. It didn't go out too much. I'm trying to tune, I think the bottom one really went out. So I'm trying to tune the bottom one to the others, which is the opposite of what you usually do. Oh, still not good. Let's try the harmonics. That's better. That's good. I love those. I think we're getting it. That was way off. Better. We're getting there. I think that, yeah. Some people once told me that the world was round, but I didn't see them coming around. 'Cause when they went over the horizon there, they didn't disappear like the people would care. So I said, the world must be flat, and that is just that. The world must be nowhere round. The world must be flat. What you think about that? Those people, they're not coming around, 'cause the world ain't round. Not round. There you go. There's your 3 minutes of guitar for tonight. Haha. There's my real, very, 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 very rusty, scruffy, scratchy, scritchy, rough guitar attempt since I hardly ever play. Some people like to say the world is round. Others like to say that their feet's on the ground. Some people like to say that the sky is green. But everywhere I go, I find people just want to believe in something they can make with paint, or wire, or stone, or wood, or leather. So if you believe that the world is round, or if you believe that your feet are on the ground, you can find a happy time today. I'm not sure which chords fit with which part of this song, but I'll keep playing until I find some words that make you strong. That was horrible, but it was fun. Until next time, when we actually take lessons and learn how to make a proper chord, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night, a wonderful, wonderful week, a wonderful, wonderful day tomorrow making art or whatever you're doing. We will do the 30-day challenge or some amount of day challenge pretty soon when I figure it out. Right now, I'm going to take a few days and try to get this move underway. And everybody say thank you to Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for all her help. Say something, Sarah. They think you're gone.
I'm not gone.
They want to make sure I'm not talking to a stuffed animal. Sarah's still here. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everyone, for watching. So please watch older videos. Watch the flat Earth, proof the Earth is flat, and flat Earth earrings. And what's it called? Thank you all of you for watching. Thank you all of you for commenting. Thank you all of you for being artists. Thank you all of you for throwing your passion into your medium, whatever it is. And if those among you who are still scared to attack their medium, please encourage them. Smack them gently in a friend way and say, get on that canvas. Get into those wire wrap thingies. Go get some stones and beads and go slop some paint on some stuff and smush it around. And give them a friendly handshake and then pull them over to the media and tell them they can do it. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening. We're at 3 minutes over, but that's okay. Well, I don't know if you should smack them with a switch if you're not their parent and it's not 1967, or you're not living in the rural South or whatever, you do whatever. But in any case, encourage people to make art, encourage yourself, give me comments on videos, tell me questions, come up with ideas, join the Facebook group. I said I was going to put the Facebook group in the link for last week's live and I forgot. So this week Sarah will have to remind me to do it. So you guys can join the Facebook group where you can post your own art and talk to each other about it all day long. And I won't even be there half the time. I pop in now and then, but it's mostly you guys just keeping it going and encouraging each other and being awesome. Have a good night. Thank you. Goodbye. 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 See you.